everyone, it's Gabby. What is up? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking all about Lululemon's brand new Day Drift trouser line. I recently hauled a couple of styles in my previous haul. If you haven't seen that, be sure to go check it out. But you guys let me know that you wanted to see a full review and comparison of all the styles that Lululemon has to offer in the new Day Drift line. So we have them all here and I'm super excited to try them on for you guys and do a little comparison and first impressions. They just dropped 4 styles in this Day Drift line. We have the wide leg, the straight leg, the tapered, and the jogger style. So if you're looking for a new trouser or dress pant to wear to work, to wear to the office, or just to style athleisurely, then I hope this video is helpful. I will have everything linked down below in the description, so be sure to check that out if you want to shop any of these styles in this video. I am so glad that Lululemon has brought out a new kind of dress pant, office friendly trouser. I absolutely love the on the move pant, the on the fly pant, and the stretch high rise line that they have previously had, but I think this one is the most elevated and most office friendly. So super excited to compare all of these styles here. I do have a size extra small in the short length for all of these trousers, which I feel like is probably the best way to compare all of these styles if we are comparing the same inseam length. I am 5'2" for reference, and I am about a 27-inch inseam. So it will depend on your own inseam and measurements. So be sure to take your own measurements and compare against the size chart. So if you want to know which style is right for you, then just keep on watching. Alright, so starting us off, we're going to move from the most wide leg to the most tapered leg of style. And I also want to mention that most of these trousers come in the short, regular, and tall length. I think the straight leg or the tapered leg doesn't come in a tall yet. There's one of them that doesn't come in a tall, but for the most part, these come in multiple inseams, which is great. So there's probably an inseam that works for you. Starting us off, of course, we have the Day Drift wide leg trouser. Again, size extra small for all of these trousers, and I did get this one in this cute little pinstripe pattern. I think this is so much fun. But a little bit about the pant, they are all made from the fabric called Luxtreme, so it's going to be more of a sleek fabric, a cooler fabric, and it's also very stretchy, which I love because obviously it's going to add to that comfort. They all have these belt loops as well, which is great so that you can style these with a belt for a more elevated look, and I just feel like it opens up more styling possibilities as well. So I love that they added the belt loops to these pants. It does have a faux fly, so there's no zipper or no button clasp or anything up here, which again I feel like adds to the comfort. It is a nice stretchy elastic waistband with an interior jock cord to cinch if you need. It does have 2 pockets on the side here, which again, fantastic. I love when pants have actual functional pockets. And then the back ones are stitched closed, but you can rip open the stitch here and use them as pockets if you need be, but I kind of like that they are stitched closed. This one obviously has the wide leg bottom, as you'll see on the try on, and like I mentioned, these are the short length, but this one in particular has a 29.5-inch inseam intended to skim the floor for those 5'4" and under, but like I said, it does depend on your own personal inseam. I think these are the perfect length for me with kind of like a chunkier shoe if I'm styling it more casually, which I feel like for the wide leg I definitely intend to wear these more as an athleisure style, but these are also great that you can dress up in a more elevated fashion for the office, for a formal wear event, etc. So absolutely love the versatility of these Day Drift trousers. This is definitely one of my favorite styles. I think I really love this pinstripe as well. I think it's super fun. And another thing about the wide leg ones is that they have the pleats in the front, so they have the kind of little pleated details here, where the other ones don't have that detail. I personally really like it. I think it makes it more elevated. You can definitely dress them up, so I like that they added the pleats to this one. I would say for the fit of these, I'm kind of between an extra small and a small right now, being 8 weeks postpartum from my second baby. My size is still fluctuating quite a bit, so I feel like the size small for me fit a little bit better in the waist, but was way too baggy in kind of the leg and thigh area, where the extra small is a smidge bit tight in the waist, where it's kind of pulling a little bit and makes the pocket stick out slightly, but it does feel better through the leg and thigh area. So I did go with the extra small with the intention of my size still fluctuating down. Keep that in mind. Sometimes the pockets may stick out for you depending on your body shape and type. For me, that doesn't really bother me. I feel like it's not too obvious in the style especially, so I did go with the size extra small for these. But that is the first style of pant. All right, moving on is the Day Drift straight leg trouser style. Again, all the same kind of features and fabric of the wide leg, but obviously it's going to be a little bit less of a flare at the bottom. Personally, I really love the straight leg style. I think this one might be one of my favorites just because it is definitely the most versatile for my body type. I feel like it's the most flattering, something I could definitely wear in a more formal setting with like a blazer, or casually as well, is just like a switch up to leggings. And I feel like these ones also have a lot of style potential. I love that, again, they have the functional belt loops, the faux fly with no zipper or button, the interior draw cord here, same style of pockets on the side, and then same stitched flat pockets on the back. The only difference again is just like the tapering of the pant leg. And for the short length of these are also 29.5 inches for the inseam, so definitely take a look at that. It is in the info as well online if you're looking at these, but again, I feel like the short length is perfect for my inseam length and height. Styling with more of a chunky shoe or even like a flat, I feel like it's a good length, so I'm really happy with the short length. And again, these ones, the pockets do stick out a little bit, I find, with this style. Just being in an extra small, I feel like it will probably get better as my size still fluctuates, but keep that in mind. Honestly, I really like these. I just got them in the plain black, which I feel like you can't go wrong. Everybody needs a plain black pair of trousers in their closet. All right, next style is the tapered pant, and again, short length, size extra small, and I did get them in the lighter sheer oak and light ivory pinstripe pattern, which I really like these. I thought they looked a little bit old lady-ish on the website, but in person I feel like they look a lot nicer and a lot cuter. These ones do not have the belt loops on them, so they are more of a pull-on pant style, so depending on how elevated you want to make these, keep that in mind. You can't style these really with a belt. They do have the same faux fly here and the elastic draw cord, then the drop-in pockets back here, and the stitched pockets in the back. These ones definitely are shorter. They're only a 25-inch inseam and they're intended to sit at the ankle. If you wanted more of a longer length, then I would go up one inseam length. I think these would look really good with flats or with like a kind of heel, I guess, like a skinnier heel. I don't really know. Personally, I don't think I love this one as much just because of the length. I feel like it's a really awkward length for me, and the tapered I feel like doesn't really complement my body type, body shape as nicely as the other ones. But I really love this pinstripe pattern. I definitely would be open to picking this up in a different style of the Day Drift trousers. But you guys let me know what you think of the tapered version. It is a lot skinnier, coming down to the ankle, and again shorter so that you can wear it with like flats and stuff. This one probably wasn't my favorite. It does feel a little bit tighter in the waist as well, just getting them on. But once they're on, they kind of feel more similar to the other ones. I don't know if that's just like discrepancy, or maybe I've tried the other ones on a few more times than these ones, and these ones were just a little bit more snug. But that is the tapered version. And lastly, we have the jogger style. I got this one in the color Sequoia, which is a nice dark chocolatey brown. Absolutely love this shade. Again, something really versatile. I feel like you could style more for the office, but maybe more of a casual office look, and of course more of that athleisure look because of the jogger cuff at the bottom. I feel like this is really evident, but again, if you work in a more casual office setting, I think that these could work really well. Now this one has, again, same components as the other Day Drift trousers, the Luxe Dream material, nice and stretchy, drop-in pockets, no belt loops on this one as well, and then same faux fly with the elastic draw cord waist. These ones for me, I feel like were a bit of a miss. I feel like it kind of doesn't sit as tight as I want it at the ankle, and it kind of looks a little bit loose. Now these don't give a specific inseam for the short length. It just says intended for 5'4" and under. I feel like they are more of an ankle length for me. So again, if you wanted it a little bit longer, if you live in like a colder climate and don't really want your ankle showing, maybe you would want to consider going up one length size. And these ones for me were super tight to get on. I'm not sure if it's just this style or what, but like I could barely shimmy shake into these. I almost couldn't get out as well. So these ones definitely fit a lot tighter for some reason. I'm not sure if it's just this color, if it's an anomaly, or if the joggers just fit tighter in general, but these ones fit the tightest in the waist out of all of the trousers that I tried, so maybe consider sizing up. The only thing I would be concerned about is it getting too loose in the kind of like leg and stuff, and then it kind of losing its its elevation factor because they look just too loose and frumpy. But they also have like the stitched pockets back here. So same kind of style as the regular day drifts, just with a jogger cuff. So I feel like these ones again are kind of the more casual version of all of these trousers. But that being said, if you're looking for something just like as a switch up to leggings or something that's a little bit more elevated but still super comfy, these could be a really great option. And that is all the styles in the Day Drift trouser line from Lululemon. And here are my final thoughts and verdict on these pants. So for my favorites, I would definitely have to go with the wide leg and the straight leg. I think that these are the most flattering and most versatile for me personally. If I had to choose one style only, I know these are expensive, so I would go with the straight leg. Again, coming back to that versatility piece, I think that these ones could probably function a little bit more in my closet, being more casual and also more elevated. So for me, I really love the straight leg style, and this is probably my favorite style of day drift trouser. I love that it has the functional belt loops as well, where some of the other ones don't, and I feel like these are the perfect length in the short version. But for fashion kind of styling, I do really like the wide legs as well. I think that these are super fun, and again, a little bit more out of my comfort zone is the wide legs, but again, a little bit more trendy, a little bit more in style, I guess, where the straight legs I feel like are more of a classic style. It's more of a capsule piece, but these are super fun too. The tapered ones, not really a huge fan. I love this colorway. I definitely want this maybe in the straight leg or wide leg, but I feel like the tapered just didn't really flatter me, and I didn't love the length of them because I probably will not really wear them with flats, loafers, or mules. To be honest, I feel like I have these more as a athleisure piece. I don't work a 9 to 5, but if you do work a 9 to 5, I think that these could work really well for the office. Sad that they don't have the belt loops. I think that the belt loops would make them a little bit more elevated. But again, if you are on the shorter side, I think that these could work well. And my least favorite would have to go to the joggers. Again, I just feel like they are a little bit harder to style because they're a jogger, so it kind of leans more of that athleisure versus like professional look. If you do work in a more like casual office setting, again, these could work. And they're still super comfy. I love that they have like the elastic waistband and everything, but these ones did fit tight for me, so not sure again if this is just like a one-off or if the jogger style is really that much tighter fitting. So I definitely have to size up in these, and I'm not really sure if that would get too big elsewhere. That is kind of my first impressions and review, comparison, try on of all of the trousers at Lululemon. Again, I will have them all linked down below in the description. I hope you guys found this helpful. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and leave me a comment down below on your favorite style of the Day Drift trouser. And thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye, friends.